Hello everyone, welcome you all to the Manage Engine Applications Manager. In this particular video, we are going to discuss how you can create and manage monitor groups. When I say monitor groups, yes, in Applications Managers, you can manage and create a group for a set of monitors as per your requirement. Whereas you can just group the production servers into one group and UAT servers in another group, and for test servers as well, you can just create a group. So as per this, you can just group the monitors as per your requirement. And once it is grouped to a particular monitor group, you can just generate a report for that group and the monitor inside that. As well as you can able to generate or configure the alarms for the respective monitors based on the requirement. So let me just quickly explain you here. So once you just logged into the applications manager, you have an option new monitor group. So when you just click on the new monitor group, there will be two different options here. One is monitor group and another one is web application group. So right now, I will just explain how we can create a monitor group. So click on this monitor group and here you need to give a name for your monitor group. So here I'm just giving production application servers. Okay. So once you just given the name, whether this particular group can be managed by a default admin or the respective users you have just created that. So you can just select and add that particular users to the owners list. And here you need to click on create group. So once you just clicked, the monitor group has been created. Now you need to associate the monitor to this particular group. So for this, you can just you click here the option, whether you click on this or at the right hand side you have an option associate monitor. So click on this associate monitor, and in this particular page, it will list all the monitors that are currently onboarded in Applications Manager. So in the filter by option, so currently we are going to group only the application servers. So I'm just clicking the respective monitor type. So once it is selected, select the application servers that you want to add it to this particular group. So now I just selected only a single monitor here, and I'm just clicking associate. So right now in this particular group, that is production app servers, one Apache server has been added, and now I want to just add an IA server or a Tomcat. So select the Tomcat server, and here among the list of Tomcat servers that is available on the applications manager, select only the production servers here. So once it is selected, Tomcat also is added. Now you can click on back to monitor group. So once you just clicked on this, you can see there are two application servers that we have added under this production application servers. And here you can click on the availability and view the availability of the monitors, which is present under this group alone, as well as you can just click on the performance to view the data collection or the performance metrics that being collected for this monitors which you have added. And when you just click on the dashboard, it will just show a common dashboard view where you can see the availability graph as well as the current availability information. And when you just click on the business view, so it will just show a business view like this, where production app server is the parent group name, and these are all the monitors which is present under this group. And now under the production app servers, I have added two monitors. Now we have an option where you can add a subgroup within this app servers. So here, click on the monitor group, and here there is an option new subgroup. So once you just click on this new subgroup, you can just give a name here, production app servers. Under the production app servers, you can just see, for example, bank app servers. So here under the production app servers, I'm creating a subgroup that name called as bank app servers, and click on create subgroup. So within this production app servers, I have created one subgroup. Same like that, you can just create more than one subgroup as per your requirement. So once it is subgroup is created, you can just click on associate monitor and add the, the application server within that particular subgroup. So here in the filter by I want to just add, for example, API monitor. Okay. I'm just clicking this and click on associate. And if I just click on back to monitor group, so now within this bank app service, I have just added one of my REST API that I want to monitor under this subgroup. So if I just go to the parent group, that is production service, I can see the monitors which is associated to this parent group as well as the subgroup status here as well. So this is how you can just create the monitor group and associate it. Also, so right now we just checked like how you can associate the monitor for the onboarded monitor, existing monitors. So in case if you're adding a new monitor to the applications manager, for example, if you're just adding a MySQL server for the monitoring. So here, while adding the monitor itself, we have an option to select the monitor group. So instead of like add once added the monitor and instead of two-step approach, you like while adding the monitor itself, you can associate. For example, if you want to add this MySQL to the database group, you just select the respective group. So you can just create more than one group, which you can associate the same monitors. So once you select it, if you just click on the add monitor, it will add the monitor and as well as that particular monitor will be grouped to the respective groups which you have selected in this particular list. So this is how you can just group the monitor. Now let's discuss about the other monitor group type that is called web application group. So here, for example, I have an application Finacle. Okay, so this is a banking application. For example, I'm just creating this group, Finacle. So once it is created, same like the monitor group, you can select the owners who can modify this particular group. So once you just select it here, so this particular group we are going to create as a web application group. So instead of creating a monitor group, we are going to create as web application group. So within this web application group, you can create like by default, we have few subgroups that are provided here. So same like that, you can just add the respective components here and click on create group. So once it is created, so this is the Finacle web server group. So what is this web server group? So I have one of my critical application in my environment that is Finacle, where I want to group and have a separate view of application server or the server in which it is hosted. That is the OS monitor, as well as the database monitor and the URL or the web service monitoring. So I have all these components by which I can make sure that my application is healthy or not. So I'm just going to add each and every components that are used by my application as a separate monitor group. So here under the database group, click on associate monitor. In this, it will list only the database servers. So you can just select the database server which is used by the respective application. So these are two applications database servers. Select that and click on associate. Now click on back to monitor group. So under the Finacle application, these are the two databases that are used by my applications. So if you just go to the parent group, you can view under the database, there are two database servers, that is private and failover, which has been grouped here. Now I'm going to add my application server in which the Finacle application is hosted. So if you just click on associate monitor here and select the respective application servers. So once it is selected, just click on back to monitor group and go to Finacle again. So the application server and the database server has been added. Now I'm going to add my web server. So in the Apache server only, the application is hosted. So same like that, you can add all the components which have been used by the respective application. So now if I just go to the application, I have added the network device, web server, application server, database groups that have been used for this respective application. So same like this, you can just create a web application group for a critical application in your environment. So that if the application is down, so you can just have a common view here so that if the database server is down or the application server down, you can easily identify from this particular group. Okay. So right now we are just checked regarding the monitor group and the web application group. The next thing is like once we just group the monitor, we need to configure alarms for this. So you have a requirement. For example, you want to just create like associate a common threshold for the production servers, and you want to set a different set of thresholds for the UAT servers. So for this requirement, we have a monitor group template option as well, by which you can associate it. For this, click on the configure alarms. Either you can click it on the home page or go to the settings under alarm or action, click on configure alarms. So here we have three options: monitor, monitor group, and monitor type. So in case if you want to configure alarm for the individual monitors, you can just go with it or else click monitor group. Here, once you just clicked on the monitor group, it will list down all the monitor groups here. So right now I'm going to set for my production application servers that we have created. And here we have two options, whether you want to associate the action for the individual or the template. So like I'm just going to apply a template here, click on template, and here select the monitor type. So I'm just going to select the monitor type as Apache server and click on health and availability and configure for the health and availability for the monitor group. And when you just click on this associate threshold, it will list down all the attributes that are involved on the Apache server. So if you just, for example, if you want to monitor the CPU load on the Apache server, click on associate and select the threshold profile here and click on save. So once you just clicked on save, this particular threshold will be applied to all the Apache servers that is present within my monitor group. So this is how you can use this monitor group template to associate the threshold or actions for the monitors which are present under the monitor group. Okay, so once this is done, now I have a requirement where where you can you want to just receive an alarm when all the monitors are down. For example, in one of my group, I have just added two of the Apache server. One act as a primary and one act as a failover. So if one getting down, the failover will be automatically up. So in that case, I don't need any alarms because the failover automatically happened and the application is up and running. So just in case if both primary and secondary is down on your environment, only then you want to receive an alert from the monitor group. In this scenario, you need to go to the monitor group. So click on the monitor drop downs here and click on the monitor group view. So within that, go to the production application servers. So here there are two servers here, right? So click on the monitor group action and here click on configure alarms. So once you just clicked on the configure alarms, we have an option alarm rules. So whether you can apply this alarm rules for both health and availability of the monitor group. So if you just click on configure health, go to the define alarm room. So here create the critical alarm if all the monitors health is critical, or you can just select the respective monitor. So based on this, you can trigger an alarm from the monitor group, and based on it, you will be getting the email or the SMS action or the STP action in which you have selected for this monitor group. So you can just set this for both critical and warning. And when it comes to the availability, along with alarm rules, we have two other options, that is dependent device. So if you just click on configure availability, go to the dependent device. So here, for example, I'm having a OS monitoring and database monitoring. Only if this particular Windows server goes down, then trigger an alert. Trigger the availability alert for the monitor group availability. So you can just select any of these conditions so that if the major server goes down, then only it will trigger an alert. Or else if there are any dependent device that is added to any of the monitor group, so if that particular monitor group goes down, then only this particular group as well shown as down. So same, you can just create a different device or different monitor group based on which this particular monitor group alert will get raised. So for the alarm rules, it's based on the number of device which is going down, or you can use the dependent device or the dependent monitor group. So these are the three major rules that you can set for defining the availability or the health alerts. So in this particular session, like we have discussed about the how you can group the monitors into a monitor group, how you can create a monitor group, web server group, and we have just discussed regarding how you can associate the alarms to the monitor group level template, and we have discussed regarding the alarm rules, dependent device, and the monitor group level rules for set for the availability. So in the next session, we'll be discussing about the how you can configure the threshold and the actions for the individual monitor level, type level, and the monitor group level template as well. So thank you everyone. Thanks for your time. So in the next session, we can discuss about the configure alarms and the threshold. Thank you everyone.